Alright, vehicle update. Got a new truck in the shop. Well, not new, but new to me. So I sold the General Lee and made a good profit on it. Bought this, and counting what I paid for the General Lee, so what I sold the General Lee minus what I paid for it, I bought this truck and still had money left over. So, made a good profit on the General Lee. The orange Hijet, call it General Lee, but so I don't no longer have it, but I now have a 2000 GMC Sierra half-ton Z71, of course, four-wheel drive. 235,000 miles on it. I got it and it was running rough. Check engine light was on. Service four-wheel drive light was on. ABS light was on. And it was running rough, but the motor was quiet. It was just running rough, and I could tell it was running very rich, and it was hard to start when it was hot. So, and it had the code was for multiple misfires, and I bought it, and it was about 65 miles away. So I just loaded it up on a trailer and brought it home, and it was bad fuel pressure regulator that was leaking fuel into the vacuum line, flooding it out. That was what was causing the light. So replace that, $35. Check engine light went out. Of course, then it ran well. Oh, and the previous owner had put new plugs and wires trying to fix the misfire, and of course, you know, that didn't fix it, but it's got new plugs and wires on it, so that's good. So it was a fuel pressure regulator. Drove it. I've driven it probably maybe 400 miles, and got a light for Bank 1 lean, which is I think it was either P0171 or P1071 for Bank 1 lean, which is it could be a couple things, but on here it ended up being the intake manifold gaskets. So I just got done replacing the intake manifold gaskets. You can find some good videos on YouTube. That's what I used. So I didn't make one because there's already better ones than I would make. I bought the real good aluminum Felpro gaskets. These are the old ones. After 271 or 235,000 miles, they were toast, leaking. So got it all cleaned up, got those on it. Replaced the 235,000 mile PCV valve. It's all gunked up while I was at it, but truck already had a air raid cold air intake on it. Some tape on it or something. Like I said, it already had a cold air intake on it. It already had dual exhaust. Muffler had a hole in it. So this morning, I ordered a MagnaFlow, and this morning I went and had it put on. There it is. Of course, like I said, it was already dualed out. Polish up those chrome tips. I really think it's got a tune on it, however you want to say that. It shifts higher and it shifts very firm. Shifts, you know, the transmission shifts great, but it shifts at about 5,700 RPMs, wide open throttle, from first to second, and it stock should be about 5,100, 5,200. So it's got higher shift points, I really think it's had some of the that torque management taken out of it, because it's got some power. You got to be real careful. It'll spin them pretty easily. And the Z71s are geared a little lower too. It's got 373 gear ratio. Let's see. It's fairly clean. I mean, it needs valve cover gaskets. They're kind of grimy, but it's not bad. Of course, no rust. It's from down here. I bought it. Technically, it was the second owner, but well, on paper it's second owner, but really it's first owner. Bought it from a lady, and it was in her ex-husband's name, and when they got divorced they had to transfer it into her name. So there is a previous owner on the title, but it was her ex-husband. So I guess you could say it's been in the same family, but it's, if you want to be technical about it, I'm the third owner. But it's got a it's not aftermarket, well, I guess it is aftermarket alarm, but it's tied in with the stock keyless entry. Let's see, it's kind of, valve covers are kind of grimy, kind of seeping. I'll have to end up having to put valve cover gaskets on it. Had a new battery in it when I got it. It had been sitting. It had, I found the old sticker, which it had an expired inspection sticker when I bought it. It was 6 months out. So it was a year and a half old sticker, and it was 1,000 miles less miles. So in a year and a half, in the past year and a half, it had been 1,000 miles. And then I found the receipt for the previous inspection, and from the miles that were on the previous sticker to the, let's see, to even the year. Okay, so the 2013, from 2013 to 2014. No, wait, let me get this right. The old sticker expired in 2013. So from 2012 to 2013, it had 1,000 miles put on it. From 2011 to 2012, it had less than 10,000 miles put on it. And then I don't have any records past that. So in the last couple of years, not too many miles put on it. They bought another vehicle, and of course this one had the check engine light on and it was running rough, so they had stopped driving it. The service, so the check engine light's out for both problems now. The misfires was the fuel pressure regulator, and the lean was the intake gaskets. And then the service four-wheel drive light was bad solder joints on the switch, so I just resoldered those, and four-wheel drive works fine now. So that was a free fix. Got good oil pressure. Oh, and the other reason I think it has a tune in it, it's got a lower temperature thermostat in it. It's got 160-degree thermostat in it. So I think they had it tuned for the lower temperature thermostat. I have not done anything with the ABS light yet. My my scan tool will not pull ABS codes. So there's that lean code that's in it. You can go ahead and clear that one out. Of course, I cleared the code, so all these systems are offline. or not ready for inspection. But I already got it inspected. Alright, so it's ready to go. Oh, and I put speakers in it. The front speakers were non-existent. The foam was completely gone. Foam surround's gone. I put some MTX component speakers in it. I reused the old tweeter mount and took the tweeter off the tweeter mount and included the MTX tweeter backside. So reused the stock tweeter mounts. And I put the it's an extended cab four door. Put Polk 4x6s in the back. Interiors needs cleaning. Lots of stains. So haven't done that yet. I need to. Driving it. The first week of driving it, somebody rear-ended me. It didn't dent it or anything, but it put a paint mark. I'll have to compound that out. Didn't dent it or push it in, so it may have pushed it in a hair. Looks like it's further out over here. Have to loosen it up and straighten it up. Oh, put tires and wheels, or had those on it. Same wheels. These tires were, I don't know the date code on these, but it had one mismatched. This one was rough. You can see I did not like the look of that tire. So I just looked on Craigslist, and I was missing some center caps too for these wheels, same wheels as the ones I got on Craigslist. Found these tires and wheels on Craigslist, and the tires are basically brand new. I bought the tires, wheels, center caps for $400. You know, and they were already mounted to balance and everything. So I guess we will cut this video and maybe go for a ride. Spray and bed liner.